Hello everyone, this is the first part of the video tutorial, how to knit a sweater. In this video I'll show you how to knit the body, front and shoulder part. Complete details about this project are available at interunit.com/sweater knitting pattern. On this webpage you may share pictures of your work and ask questions if any. Begin knitting the sweater from the bottom to top. Cast on 130 stitches using a long tail cast on method. Use 2 knitting needles to make your first loops bigger. So this will be first stitch. And then second. Third and so on. Count your stitches again. You should have 130 stitches. Then remove 1 needle. Stretch your stitches and begin to knit in the round. When you finish knitting your first round, work your second round as your first one, just knit all stitches to end. Here is the starting point. After you knit about 50 rounds, decrease 10 stitches. To decrease 1 stitch, knit 2 stitches together. I repeat. Knit 2 stitches together. And then knit 11. and then continue. Knit the stitches together, knit 11 to end of the round. Here's my very last decrease of the round, then knit 11. Here's my very first decrease of the round. Now work your rounds as your first round. Just knit all stitches to end. Here's my starting point, and after my decrease round, I knit 10 rounds, and now I will decrease 10 stitches again. To decrease one stitch, knit 2 stitches together, then knit 10, and then just repeat. Decrease, knit 10 to end of the round. At the end of the round, after last decrease, knit 10, and here's my very first decrease of the round. Then knit other rounds without decreasing chains, just like first one. Knit all stitches to end. After my second decrease round, I knit 25 rounds, and now I will increase 10 stitches. To increase one stitch, I will reuse a loop from a previous round and knit it. Then I will knit this stitch and knit 10. So my repeat for this round will be increase, knit 10 to end of the round. Then again increase. I will reuse this loop from a previous round, knit it, and knit this stitch. And again knit 10. Increase, knit 10 to end of the round. Here is my very last increase of the round, then knit 10 and here's my very first increase of the round. After that, just knit rounds again. After you increase round, knit 20. Now stop knitting in the round. You will knit just one front part only, rows. So I will slide half of my stitches, or 60 stitches, on another knitting needle or safety pin, and then I will work just the other half of my stitches. Again, you should have 60 stitches on one needle and 60 stitches on the other one. For the first row, slip one stitch without knitting it, then knit one. Make a loop or yarn over, knit 3. Now I will pull these two last knit stitches through the first one with the help of the left needle. I will pull it from 3 knit stitches. Now I have 2 loops, and just repeat. Make a loop, yarn over, knit 3, then decrease these 3 knit stitches to 2, and continue that way to end of the row. Make a loop, knit 3, then decrease it. At the end of the first row, knit 1 and turn. Second and all even rows, slip first stitch and then just purl to end. Third row, slip first stitch, then knit 3, and decrease it to 2. And yarn over. Then decrease, yarn over, work to end of the row. At the end of the third row, knit 2, and then slip 1 stitch and purl all stitches to end. Work your 5th row as your first one, so repeat the pattern starting from the first row. Again, skip, slip 1 stitch, knit 1, yarn over, then decrease, and then continue. Make a loop decrease to enter the row. At the end of the 5th row, knit 1, then work your 6th row as your second one, and so on. Just repeat the pattern. After you knit 16 long rows for the front part, continue the pattern working short rows for each front shoulder part. To work your first front shoulder piece, begin your 17th row as your first one, slip stitch, knit 1, yarn over, decrease. After the 5th decrease, knit 1, and then continue the pattern as usual, working shorter rows. Slip 1 stitch, purl to end, and so on. After you knit 16 rows for the first front shoulder part, bind off all the stitches. For that, knit 2 stitches together, and then place the stitch from the right needle to the left one. And just repeat again. Knit 2 stitches together, and then again place the stitch back to the left needle, and continue to enter the row. In the second part of the video tutorial, I'll show you how to knit the back part, sleeves, and finish up the sweater.